What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Paint Society. This is part 2 of the Toyota Camry. We got it all ready. We got Diaz here. Say what's up, Diaz.
What's up?
All right, so he's gonna be helping me out. We're gonna mask it up. We're going all the way over the A pillar, B pillar, C pillar, full refinish. The reason why we have to do so much for just a small area is because we need to blend color, because no two colors are ever the same, and especially white, I feel is the hardest color to match and to blend. So we're going to blend into the front and into the rear quarter panel, and when we talk about blending, all we do for the front door and the quarter is scuff them up. So we told the finish. We're gonna put the new color over those two panels and then clear coat, top coat it all, so it's good to go. I'll show you about that more in the booth, but right now, we're gonna go ahead and get it taped up. We're gonna cover it in the booth. The booth is just drying right now. We cleaned it up, so we're expecting an awesomely clean job. Okay, so we got the car rolling in right now. We're ready to go ahead and we're ready to put some plastic on it. So Mario, tell me exactly what we did here to match this car up. What are we seeing here?
Well, basically, you know, we taped off all the areas that's not gonna get paint, obviously.
Okay.
We're gonna repair this door, do a blend on the front door and the quarter panel.
Now why are we blending? I told him before, but I want to hear from you. Why do we blend this so I can just paint this door?
So that we can have a decent color match. Because if we just paint the one door, the color is never gonna be the same.
Never gonna be the same. So you got something blue here. What's this blue stuff?
That's foam tape.
Okay. And
Get a soft edge.
Okay. Something that you can buff away or something?
Buff away, wipe away. Depending on how long you keep it on there.
So we're gonna feature him in the RAV4 video, which is coming up. You're gonna paint that?
Yeah.
So hopefully get some footage on him and kind of keep Paint Society going and show everyone what we're doing over here. So we'll get you set up and get this plastic over this car. Okay, so we're back here in the booth. You saw the guys all masked up. Let me show you a little bit about masking and what we did here before we start. And the reason why I divided this into 2 videos is because I want to spend a little bit more time on the paint process. So let's take a look at what we have here. And what we have here is we first bordered the whole car with our tape. Now you can use plastic or paper. I prefer to use plastic because it's a little bit cleaner and it's quicker. Okay? But you can do either way. And then we take all of our tape to the tape that was originally there. We back mask around the wheel well. That means we put tape behind it, stuff the plastic to it, and then put tape over it. We have our foam tape here, and check this out, our foam tape that is running along the whole entire edge. Now, what we're going to be doing is blending. So this whole door is scuffed. This door will get in color, and we'll begin to blend here where it's scuffed, and blend here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean the panel. I'm going to show you a little bit about the paint, and then when I'm about to start painting, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to blend it, okay? Okay, so you saw me clean the car, but before I did that, very important tip you always want to do with white, besides stay clean, is bring into the booth about 1,000 grit sandpaper. For whatever reason, white always shows black smudges or dirt, and they will not go away with cleaner. If you do not sand them out with a very, very fine grit paper, you will clear coat over them and bury them forever. So you need to use your eyes. If you do not look, you cannot see, which is very important because I painted over some black smudges before and you have to redo it. And when you're blending, you're probably gonna have to go into the next panel. So we're trying to minimize the job and get it in and get it out and keep production going, but still give quality product at the end of the day. So I took 1,000, I made sure I went around, I went and washed my hands because I noticed they were dirty, super clean now. Then I used the water and the wax and grease. What you may or may not notice is I cleaned the blend panels first. I don't want any of this residue from the primer going into my blend area. I want to make sure my blend area is completely clean, the door and the quarter panel, and then I clean the rear door last. So let's go into the mixer room. I'll tell you what I had to do with the paint, talk to you a little bit about color matching, and then we're going to go ahead and get some paint on this and let's see how it comes out. Okay, so when you walk out to your car after it's done, the very first thing you see besides body work or anything on the car is color match. Does the color match? And this is the most important step of the process for painting. So we need to make sure our color is good. Now I've already gone through this, but I'm going to explain this to you about how I got to the color that I'm using now. So when I pull up the paint code 040 Super White Toyota, it has about 15 variants. And then I pull out my chips and it shows me pretty much what these variants look like. Now if you look at these, they're all over the place. And not one of them matches really. I took the closest one and I did a spray out card, okay? I compared that to the rest of the actual car and I wasn't really too happy with the color match. So I put that aside for now. Then I brought out the new camera put out by Axel. Then I brought out the new camera that we're using. This camera right here will actually pick up the color, search for a formula within the variant deck, or alter a formula to match it as close as it can to that color. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it looks like it's gonna work. It gave me a color, I mixed it up, I compared it against the rest of the car, and it looks to me like it's gonna be a blendable match. Meaning, when I go to blend it out into the adjacent panels, you're not gonna see the transition of the two different colors. Because remember, colors are never the same. That has to do with when the car was manufactured, where it was manufactured, okay? What brand paint they were using at the particular day. Did the robots have a good day? There's a million, well, not a million, but there's a bunch of different factors that go into actually color matching and the reason why there are variants for one paint code. So, I'm gonna mix this color up. I actually already had some of it mixed up. I'm gonna go into the booth and show you exactly how to blend it out. Okay, so we're finally ready to paint. So this is an awesome and cool part of the project. So we got our clear blender, okay? I like to put this on because it gives the panel somewhat of a sheen and it kind of shows me how good my color match and how everything is gonna look. So I'll apply this to everything first. I got our color that we have in the camera that we found, okay? But before we do any of that, we're gonna give it a tack. Now this is a white car, white shows everything. So I got a brand new tack rack. I open it up and let it air out. Then even though this is a metal panel, okay, the neutralizer still works to help the paint lay down and also remove static from all of the plastic. We've been wiping this car down, wiping the plastic, that creates static. Always want to use it, okay? It's not just for plastic as well. So let's get that going right now. Okay, so I got my 2.5 coats on. It's really covered, but I just want to make sure the blend, you're not going to see it right here, which actually the color match is really good. So I'm going to do this right here live in front of you. I'm going to take that clear base I have here, and I got my mix of paint right here. I'm going to reduce these 1 to 1, and I'm going to reduce, or make this more transparent, reduce the strength, so that you're not going to see that blend as much in the door or in the quarter panel, even though it looks good. Also, it's going to help smooth out the transition between the scuffed up clear coat and the new color, so it's not gritty at the edge of the actual blend. So a little 1 to 1. Let's put it on the car. Did you see how I come to the edge and turn like that? I just learned that. Learned that from a tech that was down here with this company, and trying it out, and it's working. So you can never stop learning. So if you have a comment, something I can learn, make sure you put it down there so I can try it out. I love to learn new things. Let's take a look. Really happy with the way this blended out. The trick to a good blend is in a really good color match. Those two colors are not the same, but you'll never know once it's painted. So, we're gonna let this flash. Let it dry enough so we can clear coat it. Paint department's just one part of what we got going on over here at Acura. So let's see what the guys inside the shop are doing while we wait for this paint to dry. Oh man, what's he working on there? Coffee?
I'm working on this sweet cup of coffee.
There's only one person working in the shop right now. Who's that?
That's my boy Miguel.
What's this man doing over here?
What's going on, man? Doing some brakes, you know. Getting people safe on the road.
All right. He's already been cut?
Yeah, road has been turned. That side's finished.
What does it mean by turn?
Well, turn means that we put them on a lathe and make this true again. That way it is, the surface is flat.
So, like, how do you determine if they can be cut or not?
Well, you put it on the machine, you start making passes, and you just keep cutting. First you have to measure the thickness.
Right.
And then if it's in spec, you just keep turning it until you get it to look like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the other one has not been cut yet, or?
The other one's been cut.
Okay.
But
So
this is the brakes that it came in with.
Those are
almost
brake pads.
nothing.
Wow.
And this is what new pads look like.
So how do you tell if it needs to be changed?
Well, look how much brakes is left.
Right.
Almost nothing. See the difference?
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Now you service this car all the time, or?
Yeah, I mean pretty much whenever they bring it in.
All right.
So.
You don't service it when it's not here?
No, it's kind of hard to do.
Better than drinking a cup of coffee doing nothing.
Yeah, you know, someone's got to make money around here.
Right. That's right.
Hey, the coffee's free and it's Starbucks.
Oh wow. Where are they gonna go to get that?
TJ's over there about ready to cut some.
So let's see exactly what Miguel did, TJ, on another car. So this is what he was just doing over there. You're about to do what?
Cut some rotors.
He's a little shy. So what cuts it?
These cutting bits right here.
You changing it?
No, I'm moving them to a fresh side.
Oh, so they have what, 4 sides? 1, 2, 3
Three sides.
3 sides.
When they get burned on one side, you gotta move it.
All right. It'll take about a few minutes.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. And that's gonna actually do it. So you see how we cut a rotor. I don't really know a whole lot about mechanics, so I'm learning a lot. So I'd like to come in here and show you guys a little bit about what's going on in the shop. So that one, by the looks of it, is ready to go back on the car. So by the looks of it, it's ready to go back in the car, and by the time, it looks like we're ready to clear. So let's get back in the booth. Okay, so we're ready to clear coat this. I let it dry, I tacked it off. We're gonna use our WS400. I'm not gonna walk it out because it's just a little bit too much and it's a little bit hot, so I want to keep that wet edge. So I'll probably I'll start at the top and then I'll bring it around. So let's get to it. Okay guys, you saw me put the first coat on. Came out really nice. I kept that wet edge. You notice that I stopped in the middle of every panel. I really want you to focus on that today. Excuse me. I want you to focus on that right now as I go ahead and put that second coat of clear on. You only need 2 coats. I'm using here Fast Pass, High Solids Clear. I cocktailed a little bit of slow with the fast. Thank you, Nick, on Instagram. I've been asking you and been helping me out a lot, so I appreciate that. Okay, right behind me we got the car all cleared, but the video does not end here like it usually does. I'm gonna take this all the way, pinstripe it, assemble it. But right now, I'll show you what the wet looks like. Okay, so we got the pinstripe. We just picked it up. It's the same pinstripe. We're gonna show you how to do it, Mario and I. We're pretty much just gonna do this by eye. We looked at the other side and we have a good eye measurement of where it's gonna be. Mario's making some tape marks, but we're going to arrange it that it's on the front fender first. I just go down the side of the car and then we'll cut it just the way it was before we took it off. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and do the clear vinyl that goes at the door edge guard, and I'll show you that. But for now, let's get this on the car. Go past the tail light. Okay. Now the way Pinstripe works is it's got the backing and then it's got clear on the top. So you pull off the backing, you apply the Pinstripe over the existing so we can see where it's going to be, and then you'll pull off the clear from the top. Hold it steady.
Wait. Look. Hold it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Walk it a little bit. Okay. Okay.
If you pull it all the way, I can take it.
I'm gonna let you have it, okay? A little high.
We're gonna put it right here. But remember, one is higher and one shorter.
Yes. We need to tap that down a little bit with our fingers. Okay, so when you do Pinstripe, it's very important that you leave the clear film on before you cut, because I actually protect the paint from this razor. Very important. Not a lot of people know that, but that's just one of the things you learn here. So we're gonna go ahead and snip each one about 1/8 of an inch right before where the door ends, and that's going to make sure that it doesn't peel or anything like that. That's the way the other side looks too.
If we do it like that, we're gonna be in trouble. Alright. Cut it. That's good. Oh shit. It's a sharp razor.
Oh, it's a brand new razor.
Oh, do this one. So when you're pulling it up, you want to keep your hands on it and roll with it. Because if you just pull it all the way, it will start to lift up again, and we don't want that.
So then we're back to step one.
Yeah.
So we'll pull it right off. And, you just pick. Just take this whole thing.
Oh. You didn't see that.
No, it'll go right through.
I'm going this way. I'm halfway done already. So when you pull it off, you want to just follow it with your fingers so it doesn't lift up. It's nice, and you can do it fast, you can do it slow. It's up to you.
You know, the funny thing is we're learning all this right now as we go. You know what? It's about a finger. Okay, now though, it's gonna pull it off. Let's see what it does. Because it's gonna be stuck in between.
We can, that's why we hold this, so we can always hold it up and
That's right. That's right.
Alright, now that we have this,
Pull that top one. Should be
top one first. Nice.
nice.
Where's this one?
It's there.
The little details that matter. So then what you want to do is you want to get a rag and some degreaser and just wipe it off.
All right, that's gonna wrap up the video on this one, part 2. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it. It's about to get washed, so it's still a little dirty, and then it's gonna get sent back to its dealership and back to the customer. Guys, I hope I inspired you to maybe get out there and try to learn something and try to paint. That's what Paint Society is all about. Until the next one, let's check it out.